All right, we're now joined by Oklahoma head coach Patty Gasso and players Nellie McEnroe Marinas, Ella Parker, and Gabby Garcia. A reminder to please silence your cell phones and give your name and affiliation anytime you ask a question during the press conference with the mic. Recording in the press conference with cell phone video is prohibited, and please raise your hand on the Zoom if you want to ask a question. So, Coach Gasso, if you want to make a statement, you can. If not, we'll go to questions.
Go to questions.
Okay, questions. Okay, we'll go front row left, Ryan.
Ryan Aber from the Oklahoman. For the players, especially, I guess, Ella and Nellie, since you've been here, but also Gabby, interested to hear your thoughts. What to you has been the most impressive piece of what Patty has done in bringing this team together and building y'all into what you are now?
I think the biggest thing is just instilling that blue-collar mindset and championship mindset, and just really working on transforming this team into girls to women. I think she is just an amazing role model, and she has been doing a really good job of just instilling that mindset into us.
I also think it goes into what she does for us off the field, not only on the field, but for kind of making us be in a group together, doing things other than softball, but really like getting our personalities out there to really get us together.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with Ella and Nellie on that one. That blue-collar mindset, but also bringing us together as a unit.
And then, Patty, a quick follow-up there. I talked to a couple of the players earlier this year, and they talked about a book that y'all read together, the Forgiveness book, I think.
Correct,
it was.
yes.
What was it about that drew you to that, and what do you feel like the team got from that experience?
We're still not done with it, actually. We're close, but I went to a church service out in California, and the speaker they had a guest speaker who wrote the book, and it just resonated with me. It made me very emotional, and I thought, man, this could really help you understand like your history, your childhood, just connecting better with family, trying to understand that. So we had some really unbelievable conversations, and that book really helps girls turn into women. You either listen and you understand how you have to be the adult sometimes when you're really the kid in the family, and I think it changed some lives. I do.
Okay, we'll go third row on the right.
James Creppy with the Oregonian. Patty, Missy's talked about over the course of her 7 years out at Oregon that she's leaned on a lot of people, and I imagine you would be probably foremost among them. From your perspective, what is it like seeing her get to this stage, and when you're familiar with the many challenges she's had along the way, including facing y'all a couple of years ago? What has gone into this, and maybe some of those conversations that you've had with her over this 7-year journey to get here?
Yeah, it's funny. Missy is family to us. I mean, we've been together since I showed up at OU, so we've been together that long, so over 30 years. She is. We do have conversations, but she is very quiet in her own way, like very closed off, and she's very focused. She is, I'm really proud of her. I love watching her. I love her staff. I've had work pretty much with all of them, and to see what she's putting forth. I mean, she understands winning. She understands what you need to do to win. And she's been working really hard to get the right team. And the one thing that she told me was how much she knows this is the team. She's got the right team. She's got the right chemistry. She's got everything covered. And a coach knows when you're missing a piece here and there. And to hear her say that, I'm not surprised at all that they're here. So I'm really excited for her.
Okay, we go front row left to Jesse.
Jesse Crittenden, OU Insider. Nellie, I wanted to ask you, I know there's a lot of leaders, a lot of players that step up on this team, but for you as a team captain, just in a broad sense, what have you learned about leadership and your leadership role, and just how have you seen the team kind of grow as the season's gone on?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the biggest thing is you only get what you put in. And I feel like the more we put in to each other, the more we receive out of each other. And I feel like just as we've grown throughout this season and just learning to trust each other, have faith in each other, believing in each other, I mean, those are the biggest things, especially when you make it this far into the season. It's just we only have each other. So we're going to trust each other. We're going to believe in each other, have faith in each other, because it's literally us who are doing it.
And Patty, kind of along those lines, just the leadership of this team, just from the beginning of the season to get to this point, just how have you seen that evolve throughout the year?
It's interesting because sometimes it is different people. Sometimes it's Nellie. Abby Dayton has a voice in the circle that they all want to listen to. It's some of the experienced athletes that they're hearing, but I think our team does a pretty. There's not one voice that I'm like, this is definitely the captain. I think they all understand what's being asked of them, and they manage themselves pretty well.
Okay, we go to the second row on the right. Sorry to James.
James Hale. Patty, you faced Pickens before, so you've seen the speed, but still, I'm always curious. Your preparation is always great for whoever you're playing. So talk about the preparation to face a pitcher that throws this hard.
I cannot talk to you about the preparation where I might be giving a few things away.
What do you think about facing it then? I mean, she's thrown pitches that I've never seen pitches this hard before.
Well, thank you, James. Appreciate that question. She is definitely one of the best. There's no doubt about it. We respect that. We respect the team that we're playing. They're very, very good. They play hard. Tomorrow, it's just about who's going to be better, and that's what it comes down to. So we're going to be prepared. We're going back and looking. If you want to talk about prep, we can go back and look at the games that we played. I think we could tell you we weren't at our best. They won fair and square. They deserved that, no doubt about it. But I think we know that we have more in us, and we're trusting that we're going to bring it out tomorrow.
Okay, we'll go back over to the left, front row to Eric.
Eric Bailey with the Tulsa World. Gabby, can you talk a little bit about growing up watching TRA and now having her in the dugout with you? And that's a position of strength for Oklahoma over the past 4, 5, 6 years. How big has it been stepping into those shoes?
I mean, Tiara is a great role model, and I've always looked up to her and the alums before her. And it's just great to knowing that there's experience and that she's just such a vocal leader in the dugout, but also personally. And it's just been a huge game changer for me.
Patty, along those same lines, talking about TRA, just her wisdom in the dugout, her way to relate with these players. How big has that been? And what can you kind of grade her being a first base coach?
A solid B+. Can't give her anybody an A, but Folly would get hurt if I gave her an A. So Tiara has been wonderful and just very insightful. Her connection with this group and her age and her experiences is great, and she wants to be a coach, so she's able to do a little bit of that. And I think she's going to be really helpful this week as well, because we just don't have a lot of players on our team with World Series experience. I think Tiara's voice is going to be heard.
Okay, we'll go to the very back on the right to Chris.
Yeah, Chris Williams, CBS Oklahoma. Patty, I saw you had your girls diving for fly balls today, 24 hours before it starts. Why did you feel like it was important to keep the intensity up, and how does that kind of align with the mindset you want them to have tomorrow?
So they dive on their own, so you're making it sound like but I kind of am. So I was happy to see it, because I want them to be in this venue. You get one shot, you get 50 minutes to feel this field. We have been here before, but I want them to work game speed. Anytime we come out here, it's not like, hey, here, let's feel good, take a few ground balls. It's let's go game ready, because there's new things that some of these players haven't seen. There's outfield bleachers now. The wall looks different. There's things that look different. And I really feel if that's how we operate, we just go game speed. We don't do anything just kind of half-heartedly.
Okay, we go front row on the left to Ryan.
Ryan Thomas, just aside, Patty, kind of a continuation of that. You've had the most experienced team on this setting the last couple of years. Have you had to do anything different in this lead up? I know Saturday you just talked about being excited for what this group can be, but anybody else you have to lean on just because it's kind of resetting the deck outside of a select few?
Yeah, I think the coaches are probably going to be a little more vocal than maybe we normally are, just to keep feet on the ground. It's easy to say, oh, we've already played here, we've played Oklahoma State here, big crowd, but it still is quite different. So I think we'll be doing maybe a little more coaching or a little more talking or gathering together. TRA's voice is going to be important. But these guys amaze me. This team amazes me, and I am not concerned about them being rattled. I think they're going to come in and just get to work. That's their mentality. Let's get in the dugout. Let's get to work. Let's go to work. And that's how we've been living through this season.
Okay, we go front row to the right.
Lee Dobbins, rounding third softball. Coach, you're actually the second Gasso that has played for a national championship in the last week, with Jim Gasso playing for the NCCAA national championship last week. Did you ask him for any advice coming into this week?
Where is he? Did he tell you that? No, I'm really proud of him. I will say that it's not easy to be the spouse of a coach, whether you are the male side or the female side, because there's so much work that goes into it. And you're gone a lot, and he's been so unbelievably supportive. So when he started doing this, I was really excited for him. And taking his team to the national championship game for the Christian schools is amazing, and he was so excited about it, and I'm really proud of him. But he's been following my journey, or he's been on this journey, not following, he's been with me on this journey, but to see him get that opportunity, thank you for asking that, actually, because it's a big deal for our family.
Okay, we go to the third row on the left, Cliff.
Yeah, over here, Cliff Brunt, Associated Press. So you are kind of a historian. You've watched the game evolve, and you're a developer of talent. So when you hear that anybody hits 79.4, you know, as a fan of the game or as a developer of talent, what does that say to you? What do you think when you see that?
It's pretty amazing, really. It's setting a new standard. And there's a lot of little girls that are going to be going, wow, I just hit 60, like only 19 more miles to go. Long levers. Pickens is strong and long levers, and she's been good for a long time. I mean, I remember her coming in here as a freshman and just like wowing everybody. And she's worked on her craft and gotten strong, and she's managed well by a good pitching coach. So it's great for our game. It's phenomenal. Some of the pitchers in this tournament have been just absolutely amazing. So it's a challenge for the Sooners, without question, but that's what got us here, is we love challenges.
Okay, we go front row to the right.
Brady Vernon, Softball America. Patty, you talked about last year just being so excited to coach again, and when you look back on this group from day one, have you found that fulfillment?
I have. Maybe you're seeing me smile a little bit more. I don't know. That's what I've been told, that I am. It's nothing against the team over the last 4 years. They've just been so good that my goal here was stay out of their way and let them go. If they need me, I'm here. And that's just maturity and elite athletes. Not that these guys are not elite here, but we're so new. And I'll share this. I mean, if you asked me back in October, I'd say, man, I hope we finish middle of the pack in the SEC. I didn't know, nor did any of us. There was a lot of things that we still had to learn. So it's been a lot of coaching. It's been a lot of push. And they've taken it, and they've run with it, and they want it. And that's the difference. They want to be pushed. They want that extra ground ball. They want those extra swings. They come in and swing on their own. They do things the right way. And that's literally why we're here, because they trusted in the coaches and what we were doing, and they just always, always want more.
Okay, last question, second row left.
Jay Upchurch, Sooner Spectator Magazine. This is for Gabby and Nellie. How does the support that someone like Dr. Lopez brings to the picture, how does that affected you guys as players?
Nellie, you want to go first? Then? Yeah.
Yeah. I just think it's amazing, and just being able to just kind of go out and give back to the community that have done so much for us. I just think it's amazing, and so I feel like I'm just so blessed to be a part of that, and being able to give back, like I said, to the community that just gave so much to me.
Patty just mentioned young girls who've just hit 60 miles per hour on the speed gun, but you guys are going out and working with young girls at all kinds of different levels. What's that meant to you to go out and see those faces and be able to inspire those players?
I mean, it's an amazing feeling. I mean, when we were growing up, people gave back to us, and now knowing that we get a chance to give back to them, it's almost like an endless cycle that I hope continues to repeat. I love putting smiles on children's faces. I think it's enjoyable, and I also like getting the opportunity to watch them grow.
Right. That'll wrap things up. Thank you, Oklahoma.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Reminder that Heyman Communications will post a recording